What's up, guys? I'm here with a combo video that I had mentioned in the last video that I was going to do at some point, either at the end of the video or in the next one. And I decided to just make a new video showing off some of the combos that I pull off whenever I play games for fun or in tournament. Some of the combos I only get to pop off every once in a while, but nonetheless, they're pretty cool. So as you know, Trickstars is just mainly like a cheese deck. Like, you get to, like, it has like so many win conditions, whether it's like burning them out, you draw the honest at the right time, you do a Lily Bell beatdown, there's lockouts in the deck. There's just a lot of things that you can do. So it's not really that hard opening up like a 2 or 3 card combo, or maybe a whole hand setup in order to win with this deck, just knowing by looking at your hand what you can do. The deck rarely bricks, being that everything is so like one carded. Like, this card can make boards just on its own, and so can the field spell. And being that it's all searchable from every card searches each other, including like terraforming, searching this, which gets you this, which can get you the trap or licorice or Lily Bell or something. Like, it's just such a good deck to play and to just like kind of test a lot of things with. Being that you can run pretty much any engine in this deck, and this is just like such a good 1 to 2 card engine. So yeah, if you guys see any other, if you guys don't see any combos, or if you see a combo that you don't know, that you didn't see in here, like one that I didn't show off, then feel free to leave a comment, and I'll be more than happy to try it out and test it out. I look for weird things to do in when I play test and when I play in tournaments. So yeah, I'd like to just hear some results. Maybe you guys have something that I haven't tried out yet. But anyway, let's get into it. So like, one of the combos, everybody knows this combo. It's the Reincarnation droll lock combo. You open up droll and 2 reincarnations. I'm not going to go into this one for too long, but basically what happens is you activate this one, banishing their hand. They draw a new one. On the resolution of drawing a card, because we're still chaining to it, you activate this as chainlink 1 and this is chainlink 2. I see a couple people doing it wrong, where they don't know which one to activate first, or it should be obvious by now, but so you just go chainlink 1, chainlink 2. This resolves first, so they can't search or draw. Then this resolves banishing their hand, and it attempts to resolve the draw part, but because droll's in play, it's not going to work. Hopefully they'll change it at one point, because I'd hate to see this deck get hit just because of this combo. I know this is like what made the deck like good in the first place for people to even like realize it, but I hope that maybe they will change it to where we can't use like droll in this sense anymore. Another thing that I'm really known for when I play against friends is having just these 2 and that's it. When they search or like activate something to draw, like Upstart or Desires or something, on the resolution of their search or draw, they can trigger your combo by being chainlink 1 of this, chainlink 2 right after they do like some sort of like draw or something like that. So it's, a lot of people, like when I was recording the video for the deck profile that I had for this, I had mentioned that the Spiral player I played on Saturday had fallen for it, and he realized it as he did his search and was in the deck. He added the card, and he was like, oh, I just realized. I was like, you ready for it? And I flipped this, and then I chained this, and he said, bring it on. And he knew where I was going. I'm just really known for like trying to go for the droll combo. It is the right way to go with this deck. One of the cool things that I did was I had double summon. I had mentioned this in the video also. I had double summon, and I drew Licorice for turn. I had no other cards in hand, and my graveyard had a Candina and a Reincarnation. So what happened was I was testing this over the chain summoning, and the best example of why it's better is, well, like one Candina in this can turn into like a field spell, 2 monsters, and a trap card. But the other thing that I found was when I had these, I could banish the Reincarnation from grave to special summon the Candina, bounce her, normal her, grab like the field spell, grab another Licorice off the field spell, activate double summon, bounce her again, and then normal her for the second normal summon and get the trap card. So you can make a board just off these with like a pretty decent graveyard setup that you normally have these in the grave anyways. Like, so, you know, you activate this first turn and then this gets striked or something or whatever later on or whatever. So it was just pretty interesting that I was able to make a 1-card comeback because I literally just had this in my hand and then I drew and then I was like, oh wait, I can make a board off this, and I did. The other one is there's a lockdown that I had managed to do. You have a contract with Dawn 1000. What else? Where is it? You have a Trickstar Reincarnation, whether you hard draw it or search it, doesn't matter, whatever. And what was that card? Oh, here it is. Legacy of the Duelist. So I had been citing 3 of these before, and I had managed to pull off a combo with these. So the regular combo, if anybody doesn't know, is you open Legacy of the Duelist with Anti-Spell Fragrance, and what happens is you activate this, and you have the Spell Fragrance set, and on their turn you flip the Spell Fragrance. So this makes it so that both players can only set one spell or trap card, set 1 card per turn. So if they just set their 1 card, and you have the Spell Fragrance up, that means they can't activate spells at all. So they have to set them first, but they can only set 1 at a time. So you can just like go after that 1 spell that's set, or like, because it has another effect where if you attack, you can negate your own attack and destroy that set. The way I took it further was I had these 2 in play, and I realized it while I was playing because I had cited this in the Spell Fragrance to do the combo, and I actually ended up drawing both of these. So you activate this, both players draw a card for the rest of the turn, or for while this card's on the field. Every card drawn past this point is revealed. So one cool thing is if you just have these two, and you have the set and you activate this, you get to see your opponent's entire hand after they draw a new one, and they open with 7 cards because of this card. So they all 7 cards you get to see because of this card, and because of this one. And that makes for some pretty good like information. Like if you have a strike set, you know what to negate in case that they have a backup play, so you know what to hit. Or if you have like Cosmic Cyclone set, you can activate it to hit important cards that they tried to set to play, to obviously play around this. But now if you have this on the board and you activate this, you get to see all of their cards in their hand. And because they can only set 1 card per turn, let's say they draw multiple spells. If you have a spell in your hand, you can't normal summon or set. I just dropped all of my cards. This always happens to me. Don't even worry about this. This always happens to me every time I'm recording. I always flail around so much, and then I always drop all my cards. All my Spiral Super Agents are on the floor and stuff. Anyway, so what happens is, so they can't set more than 1 spell, and then if they have 2 spells in their hand, that means that they can't normal summon. I played against a Cosmo player. I got 2nd place in that tournament, and my last opponent was Cosmos in Game 3. And I opened these 2 cards, and then I banished his hand, and he redrew it, and I got to see it because of this. He opened Tin Can, Raigeki, 2 ships, a field spell, Cosmotown, and the Terraforming, and the card of Demise. And he couldn't use any of them. He just couldn't summon, so he just set 1 and passed, and I just attacked him and beat him in the game for that. Next up, I think we have the Gofu combos. Man, I'm always dropping stuff in my videos. I'm always like knocking stuff over or knocking off the table. I was recording a second ago, and I was at the big table, and I dropped like my Candinas, and I had to go down and pick them up. And as soon as I put them down, when I went to adjust my mat, I smacked them off the table again. But anyway, so another one is a really strong, cool one is you open 1 Candina or 1 field spell and 1 Gofu. You need either one of these and this. Now, if you have this and this, you need a field spell on the field, like one of your field spells, or your opponent has a field spell, or even if they set rotation you and give you a field spell, you just need 1 in play. Otherwise, these 2 are obviously the better one to get. So the combo is you summon this, you use the effect, you summon the 2 tokens, then you get rid of the tokens for the 2 link spiders. Where you at? There you are. 2 link spiders. Forgive my clumsy ass for always dropping stuff, by the way. Summon the Mrs. Radiant. You normal... Oh, no, you don't have this yet. You activate this. I'll put these down here. You activate this. You search the Candina. Normal Candina. Get the effect. Lilybell to hand. Summon Lilybell. Synchro for 7. Ancient Fairy Dragon. Ancient Fairy Dragon pops the field spell, which gets you another field spell. I'll just use the same one. Another field spell. Activate the field spell. Grab another Candina. Fairy Dragon effect. Summon the Candina. Overlay 2 level 4s and go for the best rank 4 in the game, Baguska. So now you opened this field with just 2 cards. So the rest of your hand is just whatever you're going to make after that. So I just feel like that's just a really strong going first combo that you can do. And it makes for some like nasty plays. Like I've made that board with the droll and lock combo also in hand, and I was just able to make them scoop. And then next turn swing, I just swung for a game. Another Gofu one. You have to open the black shadow, the fake shadow. Preferably this. So we're just gonna always say this, and a Candina. Or a Licorice. So the way it goes, you need to open Licorice or Candina, and this. So you need to open these 3. However, obviously it's better if you open this or if you open this, but it doesn't matter. This is the main meat of it. So we're just gonna say this for combo sake. Like let's say we gave ourselves a good hand and we had this. So you summon that, get the effect, summon the 2 link spiders, sack them. For your Mrs. Radiant. Then you activate this. You grab Licorice. You normal this. Get the effect. Reincarnation to hand. Set it. Activate effect. You bounce. You synchro. And you make Omega. And then you pass turn. Well, obviously, if you have more to do with your hand, then do more. Generally, when I open this combo, I have another Licorice, so I'll have another one on board or something when I bounce the Candina. Anyway, so you go pass. Standby phase hits. You activate Reincarnation. You banish their hand. They draw a new one. You banish this from graveyard still in the standby phase. Make sure all of this is in the standby. You summon this to the board. Then you activate the effect of Omega and you put this back in the graveyard. So it does a really nice setup and it gets you a free Omega. Then during their main phase, obviously you're going to take a card out of their hand, so you get to see what they're playing. So that's one of the Omega combos. You just need to open the 2 girls, preferably a light stage, and one of these, and the Gofu. Obviously it's a lot harder to get the Gofu now because he got hit, but combo's a combo. What was the last one? So this one, I was recording and I messed up the combo, and then I had to look up how to do it again. I had done it in person one time, so it's really hard to... It was just really hard for me to remember because I'm really bad with the zones on the board. But anyway, this is how you do it. You have Scapegoat set on your first turn, obviously, or whatever. It doesn't matter how late. You just have to have it set. This has to be in the grave by the time it comes around your turn. And you have to have it. So what happens is it's on board. You do your combos. Let's say you activate a Reincarnation, whatever, all that. This has to be accessible or in your hand. Where are you, girl? Lilybell. So she has to be accessible by the next turn. So let's say you have her in hand already, right? I always freaking draw her all the time anyways. So Licorice dies. End phase, you flip this, you get the 4 tokens, and then you use the 4 tokens on your turn. You summon Firewall, and this is where I had messed it up super bad, but the correct way to do it is you normal summon this to a zone that Firewall does not point to, and then you go. They have to have a monster on board that's weaker than Licorice to do it like properly, and with that you have to be able to crash into it. So you summon her, you attack and hit him for, let's say the field spell's up, that's 1,000. You use her effect, you get the licorice back to your hand, you reveal, you special to the zone he points to, she goes back to the hand. Obviously, you can use her effect to summon herself, but just so I don't mess it up, don't do it. You crash into the monster, this dies. You activate Firewall's effect, you reveal this, you special summon it to the zone he does not point to, attack, add her back, summon, bouncing this, crash, she dies, effect of Firewall, summon, attack. So it's an infinite loop. And let's say they're at 8k, and you have the field spell up. This is 8 attacks, and then 8 crashes with this. And it's an infinite loop, unless obviously they interrupt it to game them. So that's pretty cool. I pulled that off by accident one time when I realized I could make this, and I made it, and I didn't have anything to point it at, and I was like, oh wait, I can do some sick plays right now, and I had done it. So yeah, that's all for the video of the combos that I had for you right now. Obviously, there's some smaller ones that I don't really need to go over, like making Vermilion out of Candina and Gofu. Soon I'll have up the Spiral deck profile and a combo video from my friend that got first. He's been playing the deck since way before it came out, so he's a lot better with the deck than I am, obviously. I just know that Helix is good and Quick Fix got banned, or limited. So, yeah, I'll have that up for you guys. If there's anything that you guys would suggest that I try out, then let me know, and I will try out anything, and I'll try to get some evidence for, I'll record some tournament games where I can pull off these combos. But anyway, so yeah, thanks for stopping.